I took a challenge with my mother until you're alive on this earth. Hi, I'm back with one more video, but first tell me, how does my new haircut look for you? Is it looking good? Well, I'm loving my summer fresh cut because मुझसे लंबे बाल बिल्कुल manage नहीं हो पा रहे थे, and the reason I even had the long hair, whatever length it was, I think I had hair until over here when I got it short yesterday. So I took a challenge with my mother. एक साल तुम बिना hair cut करके देखो, how does it look like? You never had long hair, she said. And I was like, yeah. Ever since I remember, I think 7th या 8th grade से मेरे कभी लंबे बाल नहीं रहे. I think the maximum length of my hair would have been only till here, and I've never grown beyond this portion. So I was like, okay, I accepted the challenge which my mom asked me last year, and I went one whole year without chopping my hair off. I mean, I did go to salon to trim it off, just pretend stay. But then I realized that that is not me. And लंबे बाल manage करना मुझसे बिल्कुल possible नहीं हो पा रहा था. And it was getting frizzy. Plus यहाँ पे इतना गर्मी है. I used to always tie my hair, and I was not even letting it free. I was like, why don't I just chop it off? And when I was chopping off in the salon yesterday, wow, I'm feeling so much more confident now with the short hair, and I should definitely make a topic out of this to talk to you all so that you could also find some inspiration about the little habits or little things that you do for yourself that can boost your confidence. लेकिन social media पे इतने सारे self care routines, self care rituals, self care things इतने सारे हैं that you definitely will feel overwhelmed with a lot of information that is available on the social platform, because I definitely did. So I customized this self care routine for myself, which I usually follow on every Sunday. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours on a Sunday, but I feel the most confident for the rest of the week. मतलब एक बार मैंने Sunday पे ये self care routine किया ना, उसके बाद for the rest of the week I'm sorted, because taking care of yourself is the most priority in your life. And if at all you're not doing that, then probably you should definitely start doing, because if you do not take care of your body, your internal health, your mental health, your physical health, or whatever health that is, then how can you expect your body to support you until you're alive on this earth? Right? I mean, that's my theory. Anyway, ladies, if at all you have felt overwhelmed with millions of topics and self care routines out there on the internet, and you don't know where to start your self care routine from, then this video is for you. Self care is not just about throwing a face mask on your face and lying on the bed for the entire day like a couch potato, or drowning yourself in perfume and walking in high heels. Of course, that is, but I think it's about taking care of yourself inside out. It's about feeling clean, healthy, like the best version of yourself. I mean, when you prioritize yourself first, you just don't look good. You feel good. You feel amazing. Like, you feel you are the main character walking out there. I mean, it could be you're walking in the meeting room, you're walking in the mall, you're walking on the street, but you feel good about yourself entirely, right from head to toe. So today I'm going to break down 16 easy self-care rituals or micro habits or routines that you can follow every Sunday, or pick any day that you would like to do the self-care ritual to reset, recharge, and treat yourself like the main character you are. We'll basically cover a full head to toe glow up. I'm going to talk about hair care, skin care, oral care, the body care, the feet, the hand and feet care, and the feminine hygiene care. And also I'm going to talk about the internal care that most of us actually avoid or ignore, doing it more often. So timestamps are on the screen. Feel free to jump to any of the favorite section that you would like to listen to. And yes, now before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because उसपे tags बिल्कुल नहीं लगते, but it will really help me grow in this. I might sound like I'm talking from my nose. It is just because I still haven't recovered from my viral yet, and it's been over 3 weeks, and I'm still on medication. Seems like it's an allergy that I'm going through. But anyway, I'm here to help you with all the self-care rituals that you need to know. Let's start. Internal care system. So, healthy living starts with you. So, listen to your body and nourish it with all the supplements, green vegetables, fruits, whatever is available easily around you. Now, internal care can be bio-individual, which means it can look different for different people. मतलब जो मैं चीज़ अपने लिए करती हूँ, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो चीज़ आप अपने लिए भी करो. But here are the few things that I follow to keep my internal healthcare on place. Maybe something here will work out for you too. Starting with gut health. Gut health is the key. I start my morning with hot lime water and a banana, because it helps me with the digestion and keep my gut health clean. You can also try to consume apple cider vinegar shot along with the honey, या फिर करेले का जूस, या फिर अजवाइन जीरा वाला पानी जो ओवरनाइट सोख के यूजुअली लोग पीते हैं. Based on what benefits are you actually looking for to get out of it, try to implement those the first thing as a part of your internal care. Now, people who are really busy and जिनको लगता है कि ये सब बहुत ज़्यादा तामझाम है and they do not have really lot of time to cut lemon and squeeze it and pour hot water, you all can go for prebiotic sachets that are available easily on Amazon or on pharmacy. This also actually helps you keep your gut health clean. All you have to do is cut out the sachets, pour it in the glass, and pour hot water or cold water, whatever water suits for you to drink, and just consume it on the empty stomach. It will help you to keep your gut health clean. Then the second thing what I follow is consuming two fruits a day and a little bit of green vegetables, so that I am balancing it all out along with eating a little bit of junk food and healthy proteins and carbs in my daily meals. But I have made a habit to eat two fruits a day. One fruit I eat in the morning as soon as I wake up on an empty stomach before breakfast, and the second fruit that I eat usually is sham ko around 4 to 5 o'clock. पहले मैं चाय पीती थी, लेकिन now I've replaced it with a herbal tea and fruit. The fruit can be anything, whatever is available in the market, fresh and nice and juicy. It could be kiwi, dragon fruit, orange, apple, या फिर जो कुछ भी आपकी मनपसंद fruits है, which is actually benefiting you. Try to have that. And the second thing that I try to add it in my daily meals is green vegetables. I usually add green vegetables in my dinner. It could be anything, a broccoli salad, या फिर kale, celery, spinach का पराठा, मेथी पराठा. You can have anything, whatever green vegetables that you have available easily in the market. You can try to consume it in one of your meals that you're having. So try to have it more uncooked way or a little boiled way, so that you can retain the nutrition that the vegetable has in it. And the third thing that I follow is taking supplements. Now this definitely can look different for different people. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप भी supplements लो. So I take supplements for my vitamin D3 and a multivitamin tablet because I am low on zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D. So to balance all of it, I'm taking multivitamin tablet along with the biotin for my good hair care and boost collagen. I would definitely highly recommend go get a blood test done from your general physician and check with him or her कि आप क्या tablets ले सकते हो to balance out the vitamins, minerals, calcium in your body and consume based on that. Now, again, the one point or highlight of this entire topic is to not consume these tablets all year along. ये मेरे general physician ने मुझे actually बोला था कि your any tablets that you're consuming to maintain or even out the things within your internal care system, you're supposed to take it on a cycle of about 60 to 90 days and then give a gap for about a month to two, so that your body doesn't become dependent on these medicines. Now moving on to the hair care. But first, let me just move a little forward so that I feel even more comfortable to talk to you all. And let's be real, our hair goes through a lot every single day, right from the pollution to the sweat, dirt, random gunk that sits on your scalp, making it flaky, itchy, dirty, oily. Also, have you all girls noticed that when a beautiful girl randomly just walks right in front of you and ऐसे हवा बह रही है तो उनके बालों से तो उसके बालों से ऐसे अचानक से अच्छी खुशबू आई एंड यू फेल्ट लाइक वाओ कौन सा शैम्पू लगाती है, right? It could be shampoo, it could be hair mask, conditioner, whatever. But have you smelled somebody's hair when they walk past you and it has smelled amazing and you would have wished कि क्या मेरे बालों से भी ऐसी खुशबू आती है जब I'm walking around? I mean, I wonder sometimes. So that is why I have been taking care of my hair so diligently every single week. And here are a few steps that I follow to keep my hair clean, fresh, voluminous, making it look soft and nice and also smell good. So starting with oiling your scalp and shampooing it once in 2 days. Now, if you're not oiling your hair and shampooing it once in 2 days, then start right from there because your scalp literally needs to breathe just like your skin. And if at all you work out a lot and you sweat crazily, washing your hair on alternate days is totally fine. And no, washing your hair often doesn't cause hair fall. Keeping your scalp health clean prevents hair fall. So it's okay to wash your hair on alternate days. I do wash my hair on alternate days because I do workouts, I go on long walk. Plus, I am living in a very humid region where you tend to sweat a lot. So it's completely fine if at all you're shampooing your hair once in 2 days or alternate days. But at least try to shampoo your hair twice a week. That is a bare minimum that you can do for your hair. And if shampooing too often dries out your hair and makes your scalp dry, then try to use mild clarifying shampoo which has no parabens, no sulfate. That will clean your scalp while also retaining the moisture in it. Also, your shampoo should match your scalp's needs, not just your hair type. I mean, if at all you have dandruff, use a dermatologically approved anti-dandruff shampoo. Trust me, it works better than fancy overhyped commercialized bottles because मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि dermatologically approved products use करना आपके बालों के लिए healthy भी है and also it targets the root cause of your hair. Or if at all you have an oily scalp, then go for a lightweight balancing shampoo. If you have dry scalp, then pick something that is hydrating. मतलब उसको लगाने से आपको ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा ठीक है, your scalp is clean, nice, and there is moisture. Your goal is not just to make your hair smell good, but also to take care of your scalp health very well, right? And the second step that I follow in my hair care routine is doing a DIY hair spa at home. I mean, salon hair spas are great, but it might cost you a bomb or really expensive to do it every single month. I personally do a hair spa once in 3 months because it fits in my budget. Once in 3 months, getting a hair spa done also helps me circulate blood and hair growth. So it works out for me. So you can choose if at all hair spa once a month, you can afford it and you can totally go for it. Then I would definitely recommend going for a hair spa once a month. But if at all you are going budget friendly and you do not want to splurge money on salons for getting a hair spa done, then you can do a DIY hair spa just like what I do. I oil my hair and let it sit on my hair for about 2 hours. Then I use this nasal steam machine. Yes, the ones that I use to steam my nose when I have cold. I steam my hair for about 10 to 15 minutes and then wrap it with a towel or probably just tie a bun and put a pinch clip on it so that the hot steam remains in my scalp and hair. Or if at all you do not have steaming machine at your home, you could also dip your towel in a boiling hot water and उसको निचोड़ के टवल को पूरा गर्म करके आप उसको ऑयली हेयर पे कवर कर सकते हो for about 15 to 20 minutes so that you know the steam and the heat of the towel just retains in your hair. It is easy, effective, and makes your hair feel so much healthier once you have had taken shower. And on some Sundays or during the week, if I feel too lazy to oil my hair and मेरे पास ज़्यादा time नहीं है, like I do not have 2 to 4 hours of time to oil my hair, steam करके उसको wrap करना. If I don't have so much time, then I do a DIY pre-hair mask where I mix 2 spoons of oil in a bowl along with a little bit of curd and a hair mask, not the hair conditioner, but hair mask. I generally use this Dr. Palmer's ka olive oil based hair mask. I think this is amazing. It suits my hair type. So I've been using this for quite some time now, like probably 4 months or so, but it's amazing. So I make a pack of this and apply it on my dry hair and allow it to sit in my hair for about an hour to 1.5 hours and मैं रिवर्स शैम्पू करती हूँ. रिवर्स शैम्पूइंग का बेसिकली मतलब होता है कि यू डू अ हेयर मास्क फर्स्ट एंड देन शैम्पू एंड कंडीशनर. अदरवाइज हम जनरली पहले शैम्पू करते हैं या फिर कंडीशनर या हेयर मास्क अप्लाई करते हैं, देन वी आर डन विद द हेयर केयर रूटीन, राइट? बट दिस इज रिवर्स शैम्पूइंग, सो इट actually is amazing and have my hair feel soft and lustrous and bouncy also. And yeah, that's my simple first free hair care routine. Now let's move on to skincare because what's the point of great hair if your skin looks dead and tired? Your skin is the largest organ of your body and you definitely need to take care of it every single day than you actually think you should do. I mean, we all know the basics of cleansing, toning, moisturizing, sunscreen and everything, but today I'm sharing a few extra hygiene steps that can make a big difference in keeping your skin fresh, healthy, clean, and glowing. So, starting with washing your hands between each skincare step. I know, it might sound like a lot of washing, but trust me, it is necessary. Imagine applying toner and then actives, then serums, and moisturizer, and then sunscreen, all with the same hands that touched your phone, doorknobs, or the wall that has a lot of dust in it. Who knows what else bacteria can get trapped between those layers of your skin, making your products less effective. I mean, जो आप कर भी रहे हो उसका कुछ फायदा नहीं होने वाला है if at all you do not wash your hands between each of the steps. This I have learned late in my life, but if you're somebody who has found this video at the right time, then please implement this step. It's a small habit that makes a huge difference. Number two, using a separate towel for your face. If you have been using the same towel for your body, face, and maybe even to wipe the spilled coffee on your shirt or on your bed, then you need to stop because your face really deserves better, okay? The skin here is more exposed and sensitive, so using a mild, clean towel on your face actually makes your skin on the face remain healthy and clean, and you do not want to make a party place for bacteria all over your face, right? So having a different towel for your face actually helps a lot, and you can thank me later. Number three, keeping your skincare products out of the bathroom. This includes even your bath towel or face towel, whatever towels that you're using. Do not keep all of these things in your bathroom. I have seen so many people keeping their skincare products, including their brush, in the bathroom, I would say that please avoid, because as it is, washroom is the place where bacteria starts forming. I basically have all my skincare products in my room, in my wardrobe, not in the bathroom, except for the face wash. And also the brushes that I use is covered with the lid specifically. So I try to keep it hygiene as much as possible. But if at all you're somebody who keeps your brushes or your skincare products open in your bathroom thinking that it is safe, then it's time to change. Next step that I follow on my skincare routine is doing an exfoliation every alternate weeks or every single week based on your skincare type. Now, exfoliation is the key to removing dead skin, not using the hard scrub, whatever scrub that you find in the supermarkets like apricot scrub, walnut scrub. Don't go rubbing your face with those harsh scrubs because they are too rough on your skin and can cause micro tears on your skin. I mean, think it this way. Think your face as a petal, okay, flower petal. Would you go and just rub those scrub on the petal? How does that feel? Of course, there will be a lot of tears on the petal, right? Same way, your skin also will get tears over here if you rub a lot on your face. So try to avoid it. Instead, go for gentle chemical exfoliants like salicylic acid or glycolic acid. Salicylic acid is great for acne prone skin, and glycolic acid is great to help with dry, dull skin. It actually gets rid of your dead skin cells on your body. So how to use it? It actually depends on your skin type. Now my skin is very sensitive, so I usually use salicylic acid once in 2 weeks a month, and then I use glycolic acid once in 2 weeks. So that is technically using one salicylic acid and one glycolic acid each month. I just use few drops on the cotton and swipe it all over my face, leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then wash it off with the cold water, and then layer it up with the moisturizer. Now, the fifth thing that I follow for my healthy skincare routine is doing double cleansing, or sometimes maybe triple cleansing for that extra clear and fresh skin. Okay. Now, if you're somebody who wears a lot of products on your face or you apply makeup on a day-to-day basis, then double cleansing actually can help you get rid of all those gunk from your face. And here's how you can do it. First, use a micellar water or a cleansing balm to melt away all those dirt and makeup from your skin, and then follow up with a gentle foaming cleanser to deep clean your pores and make your skin feel fresh from inside out. When I mean inside out, right from the pores to the outer layer of the skin. And I've also been using this cleansing balm from Dot and Key, and you can also find a cleansing balm from Quench, which I've also used. Both are amazing products and helps you melt the dirt away and the makeup away from your skin. Then follow up with a gentle foaming cleanser, which actually deep cleans your pores. And the last one, which I do not follow, but I thought probably I can talk about it, is about facials. I mean, I have seen a lot of people, including my mom, my friends, getting facial every single month. I mean, you can get facials, but be smart about it. I personally do not get facials in the salon until unless it's not a very important event for me. Probably I have done facials in my life for like 4 or 5 times. The last time I got a facial done was for my own sister's wedding, which was like 1.5 year back. So facials are great if your skin loves them, but if you have a sensitive acne prone skin like me, they can do sometimes more harm than benefit. Instead, I follow these skincare tips that whatever I have told you in this video. Also, the skincare routine that I will attach a link for. And these are the things that I follow at home so that I don't have to spend a bomb at the salon every single month. But if facials are your go-to thing and makes you feel amazing and your skin is getting benefited from it, just go for it. And that's it. Skincare is not about doing 101 steps to make your skin look good. It's about doing the right step at the right time. So keep it simple, stay consistent, and most importantly, love your skin. Now, moving on to oral care. Brushing your teeth is as important as breathing oxygen. I mean, you wouldn't skip breathing, right? So, why skip brushing? Let's talk basic but essential oral hygiene that keeps your teeth happy and your breath fresh. Starting with brush twice a day, no excuses. We have been told this since school that morning and night, no skipping on brushing. If you wake up and go straight to have coffee or food without brushing your teeth, oh my god. I have few friends who do this, and you know who you are. Please brush your teeth. Please rethink your life choices. Your mouth deserves better, okay? Second thing, what you can do is floss if you can. I personally don't floss because my teeth is very sensitive, but if you can floss every night before bed, then it helps a lot to keep your oral hygiene clean. It helps clean out food particles stuck between your teeth because let's be real, brushing doesn't get rid of all the particles in your mouth that you have just consumed, right? I personally do tongue scraping every night before I go to sleep. So you can floss or tongue scrape, whatever feels good for you based on your preference. Third step you can follow is visiting a dentist once in every 6 months. You don't know what's happening inside your teeth and gums, so a regular checkup is a must. Mark a day on your calendar and just get it done. And lastly, fresh breath matters. Seriously, bad breath is a huge no-no for me. I mean, who can stand a bad breath, right? If you're talking to someone and they take a step back, then that's a sign for you to realize that you have a bad breath. Avoid this embarrassment by chewing on minty gum or mouth fresheners. A small Listerine travel pack. I mean, I use this. I have a very choto sa Listerine ka dabba in my travel bag. I mean, in my handbag, I carry it, and I make sure that wherever I'm going to eat, whether it's cafe, lunch, dinner, restaurant, whatever I'm doing, I take it along with me to the washroom and just rinse my mouth after I finish eating so that it doesn't leave any bad breath later on, right? So try carrying a small Listerine travel pack in your handbag. Yeah, that's all about oral care. Now let's talk about body care 101. Stay clean, smell fresh, and glow up. Let's be real. If you aren't showering every single day, we need to talk. I mean, I don't even want to talk probably. I mean, how lazy can you get to not take shower every single day? I mean, how long does it take? Maximum could be 5 to 7 minutes. Just shower, okay? I mean, even when I'm sick right now, I'm showering every single day, twice a day. I'm not asking you to shower twice a day, but once a day is a bare minimum that you can do for yourself. I mean, it's basic hygiene. But aside from just showering, here are simple other habits to keep your body in top shape. Exfoliate, but skip the loofah. Now, dead skin may not look cute at all. Of course, it makes you feel irritated, scratchy all the time, right? Exfoliate once a week. Probably you can also exfoliate daily if your skin allows. Keeps your skin soft and fresh. I love using Chemist at Place Caramel Vanilla Exfoliant. It smells so heavenly. But you can also try coffee scrubs or chemical exfoliants from other brands like Be Body Wise, Wishcare, Dot and Key. They have amazing collection of exfoliant body wash. So you can try them daily or once in 2 days or weekly twice depending on your body requirements. Next is smell amazing all day. Follow this fragrance layering hack. Start with a scented body wash and then apply bathe oil or moisturizer in the same scent. Then you can also use a non-toxic roll-on deodorant. Then you can finish off with your favorite perfume on pulse points. Just apply Vaseline all over your pulse point, over these two, and over here, under the collarbone, and you can spray your favorite perfume over there, and you can smell like roses right from morning to night. I would also suggest you to stick to similar fragrance notes for everything. Like if at all you like floral, then choose all the body care ranges in floral fragrances. If at all you like fruity, then choose all your body care ranges in fruity section. I mean, caring for your body doesn't have to be complicated. Just a few simple habits can make a very huge difference, and you can smell amazing and look confident. Now, since nails and feet are also part of the body, let's talk about how we can maintain our nails on our hands and on our feet. Your hands touch anything and everything every single day of your life, right? When you wash your hands, try taking extra 30 seconds to clean under your nails. The skin, especially under the nails, tend to have a lot of dust, dirt, bacteria in it. So try to rub it with the brush if at all you have. The brush could be soft bristle brush, or just doing this also works. Next is doing your feet care, doing the heel care, toe care, and every other thing that your legs make looks beautiful. You can go on monthly pedicure session. I prefer going to salon because I find at home pedicures a little tedious because I'm also lazy sometimes, and I do not really like spilling water all over the place and just cleaning my feet every single month. So I prefer going to the salon and getting the pedicure done. Plus, I have a lot of dead skin on my heels and my toes, so when they scrape it off nicely and gently, it feels good rather than me doing it for myself. So I prefer pedicure over home DIY session. But if at all you're not somebody who loves spending on pedicure in the salon, then you can also do this DIY foot soak. Like get a tub and pour hot water, salt, baking soda, and lemon juice, and dip your feet in it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then scrub it off with a brush. You should get a clean and healthy feet. I mean, that usually works. And avoid wearing nail polish constantly. Let your nails breathe for at least a week between applications to prevent yellowing. Now, last but not the least, let's talk about feminine hygiene intimate care. I mean, ladies, we take care of our skin, hair, nails, but what about our intimate areas? It's time to normalize our conversation because good hygiene is equal to good health. And these are the three easy steps that I personally follow for my intimate care. So first thing is to use a gentle intimate wash. I have been using Bella Intimate Wash for years now, but you can also try V Wash or other gentle options that are available in the market around you. But just remember that go mild down there. Use a very basic pH balanced cleansers because you do not want to buy heavily fragmented product out there from the market and start scrubbing down there like you're scrubbing the kitchen sink, right? Your goal is to keep it healthy and clean and not make it smell like roses and jasmines because our vagina is expected to clean by itself, but you're just giving it an extra rinse or extra wash to make you feel fresh down there. Second thing is keeping things clean, dry, and fresh. I mean, like I said before, use again a separate towel for your intimate area, or you could also use wet wipes or tissue papers, whatever is easier for you. Dry thoroughly before putting on your undergarments and layering your clothes. Lastly, hydrate and moisturize. Yes, even down there. Now, I'm not saying you that slather on heavy duty body butter on your bum cheeks or on your outer layer of vagina, but keeping the outer area of your vagina and bum moisturized is important, especially if you have a very dry skin or stretch marks. I mean, I personally use the same Bioderma moisturizer what I use for my face, along with 2 to 3 drops of retinol, because I researched using retinol based moisturizer on your bum skin helps reducing those stretch marks on your bum cheeks. So I've been applying this for the past 1 year now, and of course it's a slow process. You cannot see the result faster than what you expect, but it's fine. I'm just taking care of my body the way I feel it comfortable. Moisturizing doesn't mean slathering products inside. Just stick to the outer areas. And yes, since we use the washroom all day, it won't stay moisturized forever. But even applying a moisturizer for about half an hour or 1 hour after taking your shower helps retain moisture on your bum cheeks and makes your bum cheeks softer. So that's the whole idea of applying moisturizer on your bum cheeks. And that's it. Your Sunday reset routine to feel fresh, fabulous, and fully recharged for the week ahead. And if this video has helped you in any way, hit that like button, share it with the besties, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, tell me in the comments what self-care ritual that you already follow that I haven't mentioned in this video of mine, and you think that I should definitely try or people should definitely try, then let me know in the comments, because I'm eager to try out those and see for myself if it makes me feel amazing or no. And if you have somebody or a friend who thinks self-care is boring or who doesn't even take shower every single day or brush their teeth, then send this video immediately. I mean, ASAP to them, okay? All right, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay awesome, stay confident, and don't forget to treat yourself like the queen you are. I'm Maitli Nayak, signing off. Bye!